Imagine building an app at 17 years old that makes over $1 million every single month. That's exactly what Zach did with Cal AI. In just a year, he went from a simple idea to $1.4 million per month, and today, I'll break down the exact playbook he used.
To be 18 and have a Lamborghini, honestly, feels kind of awesome.
But behind that confidence is a story of how AI changed everything for him.
My name is Zach Yadagari. I'm 18 years old and the co-founder and CEO of Cal AI, an app where you can just take a picture of your food and then it will automatically calculate the calories and macros for you. My app brings in about $1.4 million a month after the App Store's cut.
This video is part of my Millionaire Solopreneur AI-powered series, where I break down how everyday individuals, not giant corporations, are using AI to build million-dollar businesses. Each episode gives you actionable strategies you can apply to your own journey. Now let's dive into how Zach built Cal AI. Okay, let's start with question 1. Where did the idea for Cal AI come from? Every million-dollar business starts with a spark. For Zach, that spark came from something simple but frustrating: logging calories every single day. The founder was a skinny kid growing up, and like many of us, he wanted to get stronger. He started going to the gym, but he saw no results. After some advice, he realized the missing piece was nutrition. So, he downloaded a fitness app that required him to log every single meal. But here's the problem. It meant putting food on a scale, typing in every calorie, carb, and protein gram manually. By the third day, it just felt too tedious, and he gave up. Fast forward a few years, when AI tools like ChatGPT and Gemini came out, he saw the opportunity. Instead of people wasting hours logging meals, what if AI could do the heavy lifting? Just snap a photo of your food, and the AI instantly calculates calories, protein, carbs, and fat. That everyday frustration turned into the spark that built Cal AI.
Forward about a year or two, and ChatGPT and all of these other AI technologies started releasing, and so along built an app where you could just take a picture, and the AI will do all the work for you. And we launched it. The response immediately was very positive. That's when we knew we had something good on our hands, and we decided to go all in.
Okay, let's move on to question 2. How did he actually build it? Turning an idea into reality wasn't easy. From sketches and prototypes to coding, late into the night, every step took focus and persistence. This is where the vision started transforming into a real app. The founder's background in coding actually goes way back. He started experimenting with code when he was just 7 years old. But for years, it was just a hobby. It wasn't until the new AI era arrived, with tools powerful enough to do the heavy lifting, that he realized the timing was finally right. That's when he decided to start coding the first version of Cal AI. In July, he flew to San Francisco with a small co-founding team of 3. They stayed in a hacker house, living simply, and committed themselves to build through the summer. Most nights, they slept right in the office, determined to turn their idea into reality. By the end of that summer, the vision of Cal AI was no longer just an idea, it was taking shape as a real product. So, after building the foundation, the next question became clear: how would they grow it? Now let's move on to question 3. How did it grow so fast without ads? Most startups spend heavily on marketing to get traction. But for Cal AI, the story was very different. Instead of relying on paid ads, it became a viral growth story, spreading across TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, driven by its users and community. This is where things really took off. So, how did Cal AI grow so fast without big ad spend? First, they leaned hard on micro-influencers rather than chasing huge names. They found creators with smaller but very engaged audiences and reached out to them personally, direct messages, one by one. For many of these influencers, Cal AI didn't pay large fees. Instead, they offered referral commissions or small payments. Some got paid, some didn't. Exposure and incentive mattered. Second, the shareable action of the app helped a lot. Just snapping a photo of food and seeing calories, visually compelling and easy to show on TikTok or Reels, that made influencer content easy to create and share, which turned into viral momentum. Third, consistency and scaling. After the initial momentum, they repeated the growth flow constantly, reaching out to more micro-influencers, testing different content hooks, and doubling down on what worked. In roughly 6 months after launch, Cal AI hit over $1 million monthly recurring revenue. And by around 8 months, it had crossed 5 million downloads. So the secret was not a single viral post, but relentless refinement plus consistent amplification, which turned a simple snap-to-calories idea into a movement. Question 4. How does Cal AI make money? And what does Zach do with the revenue? The answer: subscriptions in, smart allocation out.
Our special sauce at Cal AI, what we really do right, is influencer marketing. And that's where a far majority of our spending goes to. We have many competitors. These apps are the reason that we started Cal AI. It's because they suck.
Let's talk about how Cal AI's subscription works. There's a free tier for casual use with basic features, then premium subscriptions, about $19.99 per month, $29.99 for 3 months, or roughly $79.99 per year for full access. Higher tiers unlock more features, extra scans, custom domains, more active usage. For big clients, there's also an enterprise option. This model gives Cal AI predictable recurring revenue that scales. Where the revenue goes. As shown in Cal AI's profit and loss statement, January through June 2025, most of the revenue is reinvested directly into growth. Advertising and influencer marketing alone took nearly $4.6 million in that period, by far the largest expense.
Most of the money I've made from the app so far, I've actually spent. I recently bought a Lamborghini, which, some will say it's an irresponsible thing to buy at my age.
How about dividends and lifestyle? But it's not all reinvestment. Zach confirmed in a recent interview that he received a $100,000 dividend payout. And yes, he used it to buy a Lamborghini. Not bad for an app that started less than a year ago.
But whenever there's enough cash left over, we will pay out dividends to ourselves. Most recently, I personally was paid $100,000 from it.
Okay, that's the end of the Cal AI story, but what really matters is, what can you take away from this as a solopreneur? First, solve your own problem. The best products usually come from pain points you've experienced yourself. And here's the good news. Today, most of the apps or products you dream of can be built with the help of AI, even with minimal coding. That's exactly why I'll be sharing more tutorial videos showing you step-by-step how to use AI tools in real-world cases. So make sure you follow along. Second, hack the growth. You don't need massive ad budgets if you're creative and scrappy with distribution. Platforms like Shorts and Reels are free traffic machines. Use them to spread your message fast. And don't be afraid to DM micro-influencers directly. Negotiate smart deals, sometimes commission-based, sometimes small payments, and let them help push your product into the market. And third, scale smart. Once something works, double down and build a model that's predictable and recurring. These 3 takeaways are the blueprint that turned Cal AI from just an idea into a global success, and they can be applied to your journey too. That's the end of today's story. I hope you found it inspiring and useful. See you in the next episode soon. And if you enjoyed this one, don't forget to follow along for more real-world case studies and lessons. Thanks for watching.